Hey everybody, Tim Jordan here with another scouting report. This time we're doing something a little different. We're not going to someone else's event to give you the rundown. We're actually going to my event. We're going to Shanghai on a sourcing retreat with Hickory Flats. I want to give you the rundown on how these trips go, give everybody a review of the activities that we do, the sourcing opportunities that we have, and show you guys what it's all about. All right, see you there. Hey everybody, it's Saturday morning in Shanghai. Everybody arrived yesterday safely, had a decent night's sleep. We just ate breakfast, and today starts the excitement, starts the adventure. So today we're gonna have a little powwow this morning, and then we're gonna jump on the bus and hit all the major sites of Shanghai, start getting to know each other, and get this adventure started. All right, we'll see you there. Let's do it. Well, welcome to China officially. Yay, everybody made it, that's awesome. No fun. So our first day in China kind of has a twofold purpose. One is recreational, but the other one is kind of a purpose. When you get to China for your first time, you're overwhelmed from the long travel, the jet lag, but also just the sights and the sounds. And I mean, it's kind of a lot to absorb, it's a lot to take in. And personally, I find it impossible to go straight to work on day one. So as many dozens of times as I've been to China, even when I'm going just to work like in my local office, I take my first day and I don't do any work. I hang out, I go see some sights, I go relax, I eat some good food. We take everybody to kind of my favorite kind of sightseeing places, touristy places, some world famous locations. But also it gives us a chance to start networking with each other, to start learning from each other, from the group leaders, the mastermind contributors, from the other just entrepreneurs that are here on the trip with us. It allows us to kind of let people experience Chinese culture away from the market in Yiwu. So whether it's Tai Chi in the park, or visiting the underground black market, or getting to experience authentic Chinese dim sum, which are steamed dumplings, it's all just part of the experience that I make sure everybody that comes to China with us gets to enjoy. And those are some of the things that we kind of take care of and do on the first full day of our sourcing trips here in China. It is Sunday morning. We had an awesome day in Shanghai yesterday. Today, we continue our journey to Yiwu, China. So we're gonna have breakfast here in Shanghai. We're gonna get on a bus, go to the bullet train station, and then ride first class down to Yiwu, about a 90-minute ride. So come along on the journey and we'll see you in Yiwu. What do you think of the crowd?
This is fantastic. So much personal space. It's crazy.
So we just arrived at the Hongqiao Railroad Station in Shanghai, which is one of the largest train stations in the world. So from here, we're going to get on the bullet train and head to Yiwu.
Hey, what's up?
First impression of the bullet train, what do you think?
It's fast, but I've been talking to Kate the whole time, so I haven't really looked out the window yet.
Yeah, we like literally have not looked out the window. I know.
We're talking click follows and Facebook ads, Amazon advertising, listing creation. We're killing it over here.
So you have sacrificed the entire hour and a half view for shop talk.
Yeah, for mastermind talk. That's what it's all about.
All right, I'm gonna go eavesdrop this conversation.
I don't think you want to. No.
All right, so first impression of the bullet train. What do you think?
It's not fast enough.
My ears are kind of popping. It's pretty freaking awesome.
I thought it would be faster.
It is fast. It's just that smooth.
It doesn't seem
It's super
like
smooth. It is super smooth. It's cool. It's very cool.
Cool. All right, we've made it to Yiwu. Train ride was fairly uneventful, and now we're very, very packed in.
Sweating.
and hot.
Dodger, try to look like you're having fun.
Yeah!
The bullet train's better.
The bullet train is better.
Do anything during winter?
During winter?
Yeah, look, come over here during the
Oh yeah.
Like, can I come back?
It's pretty hot on this trip.
Yeah, you might want to.
All right.
The first trip.
Bunch of whiners,
Yeah.
complainers. So this Sunday afternoon today, we had some official training there at the hotel after we checked in at about noon. And now we're doing just a quick walkthrough of the market prior to actually getting started shopping tomorrow, just so that everybody can get kind of an idea of how it looks. We're doing a little bit more boots on the ground training here so that everybody is ready first thing tomorrow morning on Monday to hit the ground running with their own personal assistant and get to finding products. All right, so everybody always asks about the size of the market in Yiwu. You know, how big could it possibly be? So I actually lucked out and got a hotel room with a really good view and bird's eye kind of perspective of the market. So I'm gonna see if I can zoom in through this glass and give you somewhat of an idea. You can't even see the whole thing, but I'm gonna do my best here, so. All right, you can't see it, but that building on the left is the start of District 1. This is District 2. That is District 3. That is District 4 in the center of the screen. And go across the street is District 5. It's over 1.5 miles long. Giant market. Giant. All right, everybody, so it's Monday morning. It's our first shopping day. Came down for breakfast and meeting everybody here shortly. And we'll kind of follow along and give you some updates and kind of get some first impressions maybe from some folks on their first day in the market. So here on day one, we're walking around. Right now, we're specifically in the kitchen and the cooking section. And when I tell people that when you walk into this market, you can see millions of products, people think that's an exaggeration. How can I see millions of products? I've run into a few clients already and asked them, hey, how many have you seen? They're like, Tim, I think you're right, 1 million products. So I'm about to flip the camera around and just walk around this one shop, one of thousands and thousands just in the kitchen, and look at all the different products here. Now, a lot of these are saturated products, they're common products, but as we dig through, we always find something and go, oh, we've never seen that before, that's unique, and those are the items that we're looking for. Those are the quote-unquote Yetis that I like to talk about. So I'm gonna flip the camera around, just let you see this for a second. This is a very typical vendor, typical shop in this area. And again, thousands and thousands and thousands of products just in this one little shop. There's thousands of these shops just in kitchen. So just to give you an idea of the size, scale, and the huge number of potential products here. It's now Tuesday morning in Yiwu, China. We are just getting started for the day here at the market. And I had an awesome day yesterday. It was everybody's first day to kind of like dive deep into the market and start their actual shopping experience. There were several people that came back with just like golden finds. They're ready to place orders right now. They know that they've got some killer products and the prices were incredible. We had a few people that are still kind of overwhelmed. They're coming back going, I still don't know how to get around this place and still don't quite know how to process all of these ideas, information. And I kind of warned some folks that would happen. I said, hey, your first day, maybe a little bit of a warm-up day because it's gonna take you a little while to get into the swing of things. So today is gonna be a much more productive day for everybody, even the ones that did great yesterday. Today they're gonna do really, really well. So we're really excited. And of course, we'll have the camera rolling and we'll kind of follow along and keep you up to speed with how things are going here.
Okay, first day, first time in China, definitely a little out of sorts, but after coming back, going through what I've found, I'm pretty amped about some of the stuff that we found. So today is gonna be kick-ass.
Hello. Hi. Hi.
All right, so I'm on a massive hiking expedition right now by myself, so I figured it's a good time to talk at you. I'm walking from District 1 to District 2 out of 5 districts in here in this shop. And this place is just enormous. So it's gonna take me like maybe 10 minutes to walk just from the end of District 1 to the beginning of District 2. You can easily walk for hours and hours and hours and hours just to get to the other side of this place. It's a labyrinth of just mountains of shops. You can see behind me how many shops there are. It's insanity. And also, like, since the shop crosses so many streets and stuff like that, you have to find bridges and like raised walkways between different districts. So sometimes I'll have to go from the 3rd floor down to the 2nd floor to cross a bridge to go back up to the 4th floor of the next district. So it's a lot, but it's fun. So the shop has around 100,000 vendors at any given time. There's about 70,000 permanent vendors that call this their home, and they have what we call transient vendors, which are like shops that move in and out for a few weeks at a time, or maybe a little longer, but there's between 25 and 35,000 of those. So we're looking around 100,000 vendors under one roof. And as you can see, some of those vendors, like, I'm just gonna stop here randomly, like this guy makes figurines. Most of those are probably from the same factory, so he might actually be a factory rep. Whereas, let me find another good example. I walk into a different shop like this one that has anything from wall decorations to little pendants to magnets. So I know that in that shop is represented like maybe 6 or 7 different factories. But that's cool because those factories are also tiny and also small. They're not gonna have a showroom. They're not gonna have their own export department. So they rely on these resellers to actually kind of show off their wares. And we would never find these. We wouldn't know these products even existed if we weren't here in the shop actually picking them up. So the method that we use, the method that we teach, is finding products here, leveraging the market here for their small test order abilities, and generally very reasonable prices. And then if we test something and it sells well, then we can actually track down that real factory and help our clients source those products permanently from that direct factory, but in a much larger quantity. I was told, I've been told this several times, of course it kind of varies, that if you spent 5 minutes in every shop, it would take you over 2 years to visit all of them. 2 years. You do the math, I haven't done the math, but sounds plausible, sounds reasonable, but that just gives you an idea of the massive scope, size, and scale of this place. All right, Abe, so I tell people all the time that there are products here that are not on Amazon yet. Can you confirm that statement?
Yes, I definitely can. I've definitely found 4 or 5 that are not on Amazon, for sure.
Products that you're certain will have high demand that you can sell, correct?
That's my hope, yes. I'm gonna go back and do some more research, but yeah, it looks that way.
You feel confident that it's definitely worthwhile to come out here, right?
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome. What is the best meal you've had so far?
Geez. Probably the first meal we had when we got here. We went onto some back alley, authentic Chinese
Noodle house.
Ordered everything on the menu and had a blast. Had people walking by taking pictures of the big white guys with beards. So that was a good time.
If anybody ever wonders what your private label products look like being shipped in China, this is it. Wide open truck, not enclosed, not weatherproof. They just tarp it if it rains, and that's it. They throw them on the back of a truck, tie them down with ropes or straps, and just kind of cowboy style it. It's kind of cool. So right now I'm in District 1 of the Iwu Market in the toy section, which is one of my favorite places to go. Just like sheer volume of sensory overload. Like if I'm sleepy in the morning, I haven't had my coffee, I just need to get jacked up and wake up, this is a spot to go to. So I'm just gonna walk through and just show you a few little sights here, just because you have to see it. Educational toys are all over the place here. This is actually really cool. You can actually test out toys here. So if you think, hey, that's interesting, I like the packaging, they'll just rip open, or you like the product, they'll just rip open the packaging and let it rip, as you just saw. Greg, you just walked in from your second day at the market.
I did.
How'd it go?
Better.
Better? And you mean better than the first day?
Correct. Like the first day is a little bit overwhelming. It's like, wow, there's where do you start unless you really have a good game plan. But so today, a little more focused, and was able to kind of find a few things and some great possibilities. Yeah, much better, and get a little more acclimated.
All right, what is your favorite, your favorite part of the trip so far?
Man, there's a bunch hanging around Tim Jordan.
Oh my gosh.
Where's my $5?
Yeah.
Boy, starting out in Shanghai was fun, and the underground shopping was challenging and fun all at the same time, and kind of a good time there. Seeing the sights and sounds of China has really been a highlight for me, and of course the market. The reason we're here is to do some business. So finding out what the possibilities and options really are out there that I had no idea prior to this trip. So.
All right, so just out of curiosity, if you had to rate which is more valuable so far, would it be the experience in the market or the networking with the other people on this trip so far?
Honestly, the networking for me right now has really probably been the strongest point of the whole thing. So, tomorrow's another day, but so far, meeting everybody and learning the skills and things that they have to offer, and what the options and possibilities are out there has really been a real highlight as well. So yeah, I'd say that's probably tops the shopping to this point.
Got it. Cool. Good job.
Sure.
All right, so we're starting day 3 in the market now. Our final day. It's kind of sad we're wrapping this thing up. And I want to get some impressions from people about how it's going so far. So I'm going to put you on the spot. Kate, tell us, what do you think so far of the Yiwu market?
It's been really interesting. A lot of products. It's kind of like sifting through and just looking for that golden egg.
Finding the Yeti.
And it's a lot. It's a lot to look through. It's kind of overwhelming at first, but yesterday, day 2, kind of hit the ground running a lot faster. And
got in a groove.
We got in a groove. And even with my assistant too, it got easier with her because her and I kind of got in a groove together, and we just built out a pretty good list of products that I'm very excited about.
Are you confident that you have easily found profitable items?
Oh yeah.
Without even doing research?
Oh yeah, totally.
So like everybody asks, is this going to be worth my investment? Like I'm going to spend time and money and be away from the family and pay the plane tickets and pay for this trip. And that's always the question: is it worth the investment? So Kate, worth the investment?
Yeah, I mean, I can think of one thing that I found that I believe that just with that one product it would have been worth the investment. But I've still got another probably at least 50 products to go home and look over besides that one. So.
And she's got a whole nother day.
That's
Any
right.
last words? What's your favorite food you've eaten here so far?
The lunch the first day was my favorite. So everything about it was really good. The vegetables.
Chinese food, so good.
But everything else has been I'm getting a little tired of Chinese food.
We are in China.
Ready for some tacos.
Tacos. Chinese tacos.
Not Chinese tacos.
Some people,
tacos.
You can't please them all. All right, so we're sitting with Amanda Balcazar, who's just finished up her 3rd day in the Yiwu market, her first trip to China coming to an end. So Amanda, what was the most surprising thing to you about this whole China experience? Something that happened or you realized that you weren't really expecting to be the way that it actually was?
I didn't expect to, feel as awesome about the trip as I did today, because I knew it was going to be a whole new experience, and day 1 was total shell shock. Didn't know how the rest of the trip was basically going to go. You feel like there's a lot of pressure because you're traveling to the other side of the world to, do business and make it count. And but with that said, having that mentality and that positive mentality each day going into it, by day 2, it was dramatically better, and today was amazing. So
So coming out with products you feel like you can launch, good investment of your time.
Absolutely, a ton, yeah.
What was your favorite part of this trip?
Oh gosh. Well, I hit the underground market was fun. I think that's pretty cool. But I mean, everything it was top notch, first class all the way. Thank goodness he planned the trip, because otherwise I would have nickeled and dimed it. But now I'm spoiled, and anytime I come back, I can't do it any other way. So there was a tremendous amount of amazing, just fun experiences outside of business. So very memorable trip. Incredibly worth it. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Will you come back to China?
Yeah, I'll probably be coming back twice a year, I think. I already told John yesterday, I'm like, I think this is going to be every 6-month thing.
Nice. Well, thank you. Yeah. Anything else? Any other parting words?
No, thank you. This was your badass trip? It was awesome. Thank you.
What was your favorite food that you ate? Was it Chinese food?
Yes.
So you love the Chinese food?
I liked the Chinese food. There was definitely some things that didn't care for sure, but you try everything. And you know what, being here and the way that you guys set up and your team set up the meals, and Ron and everybody, you got to experience a lot of different types of food, so you were able to see, I don't know what any of them were called, so I could never reorder them again. And there's such a tremendous variety, but they were really, really good. And even, it's funny, I went to the cafeteria, other than it doesn't seem extremely clean, it just is what it is, be prepared for that, but I even thought the food in the cafeteria was good.
I love cafeteria food.
It was good.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
They're calling us for dinner.
Later.
So that kind of wraps up the China Sourcing Retreat travel log for you. I wanted to make sure that all of you that are watching, all of our YouTube subscribers, Facebook watchers, get to see what these trips entail. Really cool experience for all of our clients and all of our guests, but also for myself, because it gives me a chance to meet new people, it gives me a chance to hang out with old friends, and it gives me a chance to share some of the experiences, whether it's just fun stuff in China or the actual business practices and techniques that I'm personally using and my team is using to build private label brands and launch new products that aren't even on Amazon, on platforms like Amazon and even other platforms. So it's really cool just to share that with everybody. I'm glad I'm getting to share it with this kind of vlog for you. And if you have any questions about potentially wanting to go to China with us on a future trip, you can go to our website, www.hickory-flats.com. Check out the Sourcing Retreats page. We have Sourcing Retreats to Central America and to China, and you can get all the information about those trips there. All right, thanks for following us along on another one, and we'll see you on the next trip.
That just happened.
That's some Tai Chi Power Ranger moves. Rocking the private label Legion t-shirt and train station in China. You got any more moves for us? You got any more? Show us one more. Oh, nice! What you got, JB? You got some Power Ranger moves?
Oh.
You can't throw gang size in China.
Oh.
They spell it differently.
What about Angry Lotus?
The Angry Lotus?
And hang out hairy belly.
Yeah, the hairy belly. I like that. It's good.